Yo, what is good? What is good? What is good, beautiful people? Of course, you know who I be. Good Doc, Dr. Mike TV, back again, once again. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, it is officially Frequently Asked Questions Friday. Alright. Anyways, I appreciate y'all coming through and showing love. Guys, make sure you get the likes up. Make sure you subscribe, notify all the good things that the good doc will ever need you to do in order to help the channel grow and prosper the way that everybody can know about what we got going on over here, because we are the best channel on YouTube in Philippine history. Anyways, alright, let's go ahead and get into it, guys. A frequently asked question of today is, Doc, what is a solid age or age range for dating in reference to a Filipina? All right, this has been a question that I've been asked quite frequently. Yo, what is a good dating range or a good dating age for a Filipina? Now, I really went into detail with this particular topic in the prescription. One of my favorite ebooks to date. Next to it, the Bootaloo Chronicles, of course. But if you guys read the prescription, I really did try to outline this as best as humanly possible. So in today's video, rather than giving the age or what specific age works best for you, I find it in my best interest to give you an idea of what you can expect when dating within certain age ranges. All right, so a lot of my guys, older, in their upper years, in a attempt to relive their youth, would probably find themselves interested in 18 to 22 as part of the age range. You could be a little younger. You could be young like myself too. That might work out for you. But what I'm noticing is, in the attempt to relive their youth, you have a lot of the older gentlemen looking to date younger. So we're not going to get into all that. But what I've known and what I've experienced of what you can expect in dating a young lady between the ages of like 18 to roughly about 22, 23, immaturity. You need to understand that these Filipinas are likely still living at home, of course, so they're still under the tutelage of their parents. It's not like in the US where at 18 normally they kick you out the house. In the Philippines it's a little bit different. They stay at home for as long as humanly possible. Sometimes they go out, have families, but yet and still the family still live within the family home underneath the mother and father. The hierarchy is crazy. They could have anywhere between 2 to 3, sometimes 4 families living up under one roof. But another topic for another day. But yes, they're still young, still in college, of course. And what I've noticed and what I've told you guys before is that this has changed since then, but back then, you got to understand, they started their college in the Philippines at the age of 16. Dude, at 16, we were probably sophomores, maybe juniors in high school, but they're starting college. So the way that they basically skipped 2 years. They kind of jumped over 2 years. So imagine the mindset of a young lady that is the age of 16 starting college, graduating college at about 19 to about 20, 21 max. They're still relatively immature, guys. The women, they're not emotionally developed. They're not there. Now, again, I said dating range. If you're just looking to smash, this really doesn't really have anything to do with you. So you can scratch the video and just use it for edutainment if you choose to. But if you're looking to date 18 to about 22, you can expect immaturity. Like I said, live under their parents' roof, under the parents' guides. Everything they have to do, they have to run through their parents. You understand? So if you're looking to date, you may actually have to go to the house to ask this parents, yo, can this girl go out on a date with me? Is she like, yo, do I have permission to take your daughter out on a date? Bro, I haven't done that since high school. I haven't asked anybody's parents, can I take a girl out on a date, for a long time, bro. For a long time. You might have some girls that are in college that might be in the dormitory, so it might be a little bit easier access because they're not under the roof of their parents while they're studying in college, for those that choose to date the educated Filipinas. So, maybe you might be a little bit easier, but for the most part, it's just a lot of immaturity. They're going to need a chaperone most of the times. Everybody knows about the chaperones. Oh, do you mind if I bring a friend with us? You know, it'll make me feel comfortable, blah, 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 whoop-de-doo. I'm debatable on bringing a chaperone. It depends on how bad I want it. If I don't mind it, I mean, what's a 100 peso Jollibee meal? It ain't gonna break the bank, you know. But and that's pretty much about as much as I would let the friend get. But I kind of find it to be a distraction to have a chaperone to an extent because I feel like the conversation will be more so between them than me and the young lady in which I'm trying to get to know. That's why I've always kind of had a love-hate relationship with the idea of a chaperone. Heaven forbid you end up liking the chaperone and you end up getting her instead of the girl. Won't she feel stupid? But, you know, that's what I've learned of certain types of things that you might have to deal with in reference to dealing with young ladies about that range. All right, now moving on to about 23 to about, I'm going to say 23 to the top end of, no, to just about 29. Not going to say 30. So we're going to do 23 to about 29. These girls are still in the process of figuring out their lives, all right? But it's already after college. You're praying that they have some type of career or they're doing something. And again, as you can tell, my thought process is more along the lines of young ladies that are educated or going to school. I can kind of go back and fill in the blanks, but I don't think you would need me to. But if you want me to, I will, in reference to a young lady that may not be going to school, who may have all the time in the world to date. So we'll focus on the girls that are going to school a little bit later. So we're talking 23 between about 29. I find this age range they're starting career, they're getting into it. Depending on mindset where they are in life, there may be pressures to get married. There may be pressures to have kids. I don't know what it is about after graduation where parents are pressuring you to get in a relationship, get married, and have kids. Some want to focus on career. I applaud you 100% if you're all about career. Just get you a dick down every time you need it. You know, you just you just feel it. You get it in where you fit it in. You know, you don't necessarily need it. It's not necessarily warranted. But when you're looking to date somebody between the age of 23 and 29 in the Filipinas, of course, you can almost expect maybe, possibly, career oriented. So they may be focused more on the work and may not have as much time to date. Or you may find some that are under, like I said, family pressure. When we gonna have grandbabies? Or when are you gonna get married? Oh, you've been talking to so and so. Maybe you get those topics of conversations about that age range. All right, moving forward to 30 to about 35. We're gonna do 30 to 35. For some god awful reason, everybody believes once a Filipina hits 30 to 35, they've hit the wall and they are basically past their prime. They're past probably the prime years of having kids, but I don't really think that they are necessarily past their prime per se. But if you ask the majority, most people will be like, oh man, 30-year-old, who wants a 30-year-old? You understand? I've got that before too. But I kind of find these women a little bit, no disrespect, they might be kind of in a desperate mode just to settle down and get with something because it's very rare. Let me note, it is highly rare to find a Filipina in their 30s with no children. All right. Somewhere in their 20s, they blasted out at least one little crumb snatcher. At least one. Isa lang. One little crumb snatcher in about their 20s. So in their 30s to 35, it's almost rare to find one that doesn't have a kid or something to that nature. But again, if you're looking to date, it seems like you might be dealing with a young lady that may come off a little bit desperate or kind of needy or kind of looking to get into a relationship, or you may not. Maybe, again, focusing on career, not necessarily in the moment of looking for a significant other. Or I should say they're probably looking, but they're not really forcing or pressing themselves onto somebody. Like I said, I've known quite a few young ladies in their 30s, still beautiful, still got a rock hard body. I'm like, and you ain't got no kids, right? First question I asked. And she's like, nah, you know, I've just been career focused. And it's like a godsend sometimes. You know, a lot of people look at it as a woman past her prime, kind of look like 30 to 35. It's kind of a godsend, you know, and it just depends on how old you are, though. If you're in your 20s, come on now. I'm not going to sit there and tell you, yeah, you need to be looking at somebody in their 30s. That's crazy. Again, it depends on where you are in your dating life. Like I said before, have those older gentlemen looking for the 18-year-olds to help them relive their youth. You might have somebody around my age right now Actually, to let y'all know this, just in case you didn't know this, me and my young lady are only 3 years age difference. I got 3 years on her, so she's still in her 20s. And as this video is being made, she is still in her 20s. So, you know, I kind of feel like how we choose to date women will be based on exactly what we're looking for as a foreigner in a Filipina. Not necessarily the qualities, but what you're looking for in a Filipina. If you're looking for somebody to settle down and build a relationship with, I'm not sure you're going to find that with 18 to 21-year-olds, which is why I kind of told you guys dating them, the immature aspect. There's a lot going on there, and I would sincerely pass on that every single time at this age. If you are like 21 and below, yes, of course, man, that's your dating range. Stick to your dating range. I've always said that you shouldn't have a dating range more than 10 years, but a lot of people are debate on that. Why, man, I'm in the Philippines to live my youth, bro. I ain't worried about dating nobody. If I'm 60, I'm not going to date somebody 50, bro. Who comes to the Philippines for that? I got that. So I'm not mad at you for it. But also I want you to take into consideration what you're looking for. If you're just looking to get it in where you fit it in, then a solid dating age range really doesn't matter. I kind of find like I've had success at all age ranges, but again, you have to understand that I've elevated over the years as I've gotten older. The women that I've been dating have gotten older too, you dig? And that's just my natural progression. But the first time into the country, I'm not gonna sit there and expect you guys to go straight for somebody within your dating range. That's crazy. If you're 50, I'm not expecting you to date somebody 50 unless you want to. I would say somewhere between the 30s, 35, topping out at about 40, 45. You know what I'm saying? There's nothing wrong with that, but everybody wants to call them desperate oldies. I'm not convinced, but it does depend definitely on your preference and what you're looking for. So, in reference to dating in the Philippines at certain age ranges, I want you to understand you need to write down a list of what you're looking for. If you're just looking to get it in and you just want something fine and young, they're a dime a dozen in the Philippines. If you're looking for something quality, I'm going to say you have to look for at least 23, about 25 and above. Quality relationships are likely to prosper. Okay, it's just my thoughts. Been a good doc. Frequently asked questions. Has been fun. It has been real. Got to get. And so with that being said, the good doc is officially out. At least nako paalam, which means gotta go. Bye bye. As always, love you guys. Mahal kita. Bye bye. Peace.